Hey there guys, what's up? It's all about Mike18 here with another San Diego Comic-Con news update that I have for you guys. I'm going to be talking about two big updates that were revealed at this year's San Diego Comic-Con in this video. Guys, I know I am back in my normal YouTube surroundings for this video. The last two videos I did, I was in a different place. In the first, I did a Mockingjay reaction video. I was in a different place. I know I'm hopping from place to place, but just bear with me. You know what? It doesn't really matter where you give a news update, as long as you talk about, you know, the things, the news that the people want to hear. It's all good. Anyway, guys, so yes, this past weekend was San Diego Comic-Con weekend. We had a lot of big updates, a lot of big news regarding movies revealed this weekend, and I was really busy this weekend, and I didn't get a chance to make these videos as the news was being revealed. Nevertheless, I am finally free this Monday afternoon, and I'm going to be doing all of these news updates and posting these videos about this news on my channel. So here we go, guys. Let's get into the big news for this video. Now I'm going to be talking about two upcoming movies. One is coming out next August. Another one I don't think has a specific release date yet. One of them is a book adaptation into a movie, and another one is a video game adaptation into a movie that a lot of people are looking forward to. But the big one, the big news update that I have to talk about in this video is for the book adaptation into a movie, and that is the first feature-length Goosebumps movie will be released on August 7th, 2015, so roughly a little more than a year. And the trailer for the first Goosebumps movie was revealed at Comic-Con by Jack Black, who is starring as R.L. Stine in the movie. Now, first off, guys, I am on ScreenRant.com, and this is where I'm reading all of my information from. That's where I'm getting all my information from. So I'll leave a link to the article on Screen Rant down below, which is where I'm reading all this stuff from. But before I talk about what the article's saying, I am gonna, because they did show the trailer, and obviously someone who watched the trailer has a description of it on in the article. So even though the trailer will not come out online, it was only shown at San Diego Comic-Con, so whoever was there only got to see the footage of the movie. But we still at least can get a description before they release a feature-length trailer, a full-length trailer. First off, my thoughts on this. I didn't even know they were making a Goosebumps movie, to be honest. I found this out this weekend when I was on Screen Rant. I was refreshing Screen Rant's page for the San Diego Comic-Con news, and I saw this thing on Goosebumps, and I'm like, holy crap, they're making a Goosebumps movie. Why didn't I know about this? Some of you guys, actually, I don't think any of you know this, but I am and was and always will be a very big fan of Goosebumps. I've read most of the books. I didn't read all the books, but I read most of them. Goosebumps made up a pretty big part of my childhood when I was a kid, without a doubt. I mean, it was one of my favorite books to read growing up. I mean, of course, I read the books. I read the Harry Potter books. You know, I read the Series of Unfortunate Event books. I read when I was a lot younger, I read Captain Underpants, Magic Treehouse, even read some Junie B. Jones. I'm not afraid to admit it, okay? That was me. That was me as a kid. But by far, one of my favorite book series growing up as a kid was Goosebumps. I mean, I have so many stories about how I read each Goosebumps book. I mean, the books, the TV series that came out in the mid-90s based off of the books, they are so nostalgic, and they will always hold a special place in my heart. Now, I know the TV show wasn't that great. You know, it had mediocre acting in it, and the script wasn't always that great. But, you know, just to see the book on the small screen was enough for me. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to the acting and all that when I was a kid. I was like 8, 7 years old, 9 years old when I watched the show. They used to replay the episodes on Cartoon Network right around Halloween time, and I used to love watching it, okay? I think they still air it on some channel on TV, I don't know. But it's been a while since I've watched any of the episodes, and since I've read any of the books. But I've read most of the books, and I just can't wait for this movie, and I just hope it doesn't suck. I can tell you this much about the books. When I was in grammar school, every single Friday, our teacher would take us to the library in the school. Our school had a mini library. And we would go in there, and I would run right to the Goosebumps section when I was into the Goosebump books. I mean, we had a great library, but by far the best part were the Goosebump books. I would rent out a Goosebump book, take one out, I would read it over the next week and return it on the next Friday. I remember reading the one Attack of the Mutants or whatever. I mean, oh man, How to Kill a Monster, just to think of a few that I remember checking out at my school's library. So many good ones. I still have the books. I still have some of the Goosebump books that I've collected as a kid. Just to show you guys. I mean, one day, the movie's coming out next August, I will make a video showing my entire Goosebumps book collection. Because I am a fan. Okay, so this movie better not suck. And after reading the article and reading the description of the trailer that was shown at Comic-Con, I'm kind of fearful for this movie, and I'm hoping that it's just, it's not going to be a cheesy, bad movie. I hope it's actually good. They actually put some time and hard work into this movie. Unless, if they don't, they're going to upset a lot of fans. So, let's get to it. But I had to establish that I was a huge fan of the Goosebump books. If you haven't read them, if you're like in your 20s, I wouldn't recommend reading them now. It's not the same as reading them when you were a kid, because they're meant for kids. So I'm putting on my glasses. Let's read this article. And R.L. Stine only made like 62 books. I mean, oh man, but they're classics. They are classic books that had legitimate twists, and I just love them so much. So they're making the movie next year. It says in this article, only 2 days after production wrapped, star Jack Black and director Rob Letterman, who worked on Monsters vs. Aliens, were on hand at Comic-Con, and they shared the first trailer along with more details on the film's storyline. As we've seen before, Goosebumps will feature Jack Black playing R.L. Stine himself, which at first, when I first heard that Jack Black was, I read the article. I didn't see a picture of Jack Black. I read the article and I heard that R.L. Stine was being played by Jack Black. I said, I can't see that. Now he's wearing the glasses, he's got the hair, and I actually do have a picture of him on my phone, and I'm going to show you what he looks like really quickly. I gotta say, honestly, out of everyone in Hollywood to play R.L. Stine, in regards to appearance, I think they did a pretty good job. So there he is. I know you're not going to see this. Who am I kidding? Maybe if I hold it at an angle, yeah, you can't see. But the article is the link to the article will be down below. Click on the article, and you'll see what Jack Black looks like as R.L. Stine. And I gotta admit, to get anyone to look like R.L. Stine, that was a good decision to get Jack Black. But anyway. So they premiered the teaser trailer at Comic-Con, and apparently Jack Black told R.L. Stine, I'm going to play you, but I can't play you like you are. I need him to be more sinister, creepy and crawly and scary. Okay. So here is a description of the trailer and a description of what's going to be in the movie. Because here's my thing. I hope that they're obviously going to tell multiple stories that were multiple Goosebump books. They're going to depict most of them in the movie. They'll do the Haunted Mass. They'll do Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I'm sure they'll do all that. The Night of the Living Dummy. They'll do all those, okay? But I'm hoping that they don't cram everything together. I hope they don't have a cheesy script, cheesy bad acting. I hope the story is cohesive and makes sense at least. So we'll see. Only time will tell. I just hope they have a lot of references to the book and it's faithful to the book. That's what I'm really hoping for at this point. I'm not hoping for like the greatest thing in years, okay? I'm just hoping for a decent movie that does justice to the Goosebump books. So anyway, Here's the description. It says, we see a vision of a beautiful small town America. A new family moves into a house, creepy neighbors, the Stine family live next door. When the boy, Dylan Minette, sees a rear window-esque event next door, he breaks into the house. Then he discovers the truth. The ultra-popular author keeps the monsters he created locked up in his original manuscripts. The house, shrouded in dark shadows, is appropriately creepy. Trailer then cuts to Stine and the kids driving in the town, and a massive praying mantis attacks them. Attack on Shocker Street, I think was the name of that one. It will be CG, but was seen here in a previs render as the film is so far from release. Yeah, that's true. I don't remember riding a giant praying mantis, Stine says. It splits on the car, and then he remembers. Then we see them being chased by the snowman of Pasadena. There's a huge funhouse, a Wolfman character, knife-throwing gnomes. Oh man, they attacked the lawn gnomes. And then the ventriloquist dummy Slappy. I hadn't read this, guys. I'm reading this for the first time. Who is the ringleader of all the monsters. That book was named as a favorite by both Black and Letterman. A slew of additional action scenes were shown, making it seem like almost every single monster from the books is in the film. Yes. Now, you know what? That's not a bad way to incorporate them into the movie. It's just the monsters from the books are coming to life, as it seems, and they're going to attack this family, and Jack Black playing R.L. Stine. Okay, now that is how you're going to incorporate. That is honestly one of the only ways to incorporate all the monsters from the books into the movie. You can't just have random stories with different actors, and you can't have you could have done like a 10-minute segment on the Haunted Mask, a 10-minute segment on Werewolf Fever Swamp or Welcome to Dead House. You could do that, but then the story doesn't make sense. It's just a bunch of random stories that are the books on the big screen. So instead, I guess I like where they're going. I need to see a trailer for myself, though. I hope it doesn't look overly stupid and just corny and cheesy. I hope it really is a legitimately fun movie that is a great throwback to the books and very faithful to the books, at least. And then it says down here, and this is what creeped me out a little bit and makes me, fear this film. It says, essentially, it sounds like Goosebumps will have a scary movie sort of vibe where nods to many of the books are thrown out in a spoof kind of way. If that's the way they're going, if that's the route they're going, I'm going to be really upset. If the movie is just one big joke spoof movie of the books, at least I want the film to partially take itself seriously. If it doesn't, that's just going to be upsetting, okay? Now, it says that fans of the series can expect to see a lot of their favorite books brought to life, and they did give a few hints, Jack Black and the director, Letterman. They don't know how many monsters from Goosebumps are in the movie. Okay. Some of them are computer generated, some use practical effects, and some will be a mix of both. Everybody loves Slappy from Night of the Living Dummy, so he is the head antagonist. That's fine. Fan favorite book, The Haunted Mask, will be referenced, but Black and Letterman didn't want to reveal too many spoilers about it. I'm glad. I love that one. Another fan favorite book, Welcome to Camp Nightmare, will also be referenced. There are many different ways to condense a years-long series into a movie, but this option seems like the best bet for capturing the original feel of the books and appealing to fans. I agree. That is how you do it, but I hope they don't turn into a spoof movie. That's my only fear. If it is dumb and over-the-top silly and just doesn't take itself seriously, I'm not going to be happy. Even though the show didn't take itself seriously, I would like the movie to take itself somewhat seriously. If it doesn't, I may not like the movie, but if it doesn't take itself seriously, who knows? I could end up liking the movie. We don't know. I need to see a trailer. I need to see the actual movie before I give my thoughts on where they're going to go with the movie. But I definitely agree. That is the best way to portray some of the books in the movie, by just having all of these monsters attack this one family and R.L. Stine himself. That is a good way to do it. I got to give them props for that. But I'm just hoping they don't mess it up. And the acting is decent, okay? Even though I'm not saying that it was great in the show is just nostalgic, and the show is just awesome, okay? End of story. So anyway, guys, that's the news on Goosebumps. I'm hoping the best for this movie. I really am at this point. I'll leave a link to the article down below, and I want your guys' thoughts on it whenever you get a chance. Anyway, guys, moving on. Last bit of info regarding the video game adaptation I was talking about is for The Last of Us, which the movie The Last of Us, based off of the popular game that came out last year, I don't think they have a release date for it yet, but I'm assuming 2016, 2017, the latest for the movie. Now, they already are eyeing an actress for the female role of Ellie, the main female protagonist in The Last of Us. Now, I personally haven't played the game, but all my friends who have played the game, all of you guys on YouTube or reviews, everybody just praised the hell out of the game. So a lot of people are looking forward to the movie. Obviously, video game to movie adaptations aren't that great, but the video game was this good. How do you mess up a movie based off of this popular video game? It's going to be hard to do, so hopefully they won't mess it up. Anyway, the actress they are looking to get to play the role of Ellie is Maisie Williams, who plays Arya Stark on Game of Thrones. Now, apparently is Sam Raimi working on this movie? Let's see. I know Sony is on board. Here we go. It says, "We'll score another win for SDCC because it looks like Sony is indeed working diligently at getting The Last of Us off the ground into theaters. At today's Screen Gems panel, Druckmann, who is Neil Druckmann, who's one of the game's original directors, took to the stage with horror icon Sam Raimi serving the picture in a producer capacity. I guess he's producing it, to chat about the process of turning the game into the movie." So I don't know if we know who the director is. Now, they did touch on casting, and they said that they're looking at actress Maisie Williams. I know I'm butchering her name, but she's the little girl, not the little girl, the young girl on Game of Thrones. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I know a lot of people do, and they're looking at her to play Ellie, and looking at her picture from Game of Thrones, and looking at the picture of Ellie from the game. I guess I can see that. You know, if she grows her hair out longer, obviously she'll look a lot more like her. But I'm looking at a picture of her. She's wearing like that body armor thing. She's holding a sword from Game of Thrones. So, what can I say? It's just I don't know about Game of Thrones, so I don't even know how she acts. I've never seen the actress in anything before, so this is going to be new to me. Of course, I'll go see the movie even though I didn't play the game. Not like I'm really anticipating this movie. I just wanted to make it known that they're looking at Arya Stark, Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones, to play the lead of Ellie in The Last of Us movie adaptation. There's still no director yet, though, and no other actors involved yet as of right now, but we'll start to hear about this shortly. I mean, they want to obviously get this movie out there ASAP, I would assume, as quickly as possible, so yeah. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to talk about for this video. The Goosebumps thing was obviously the biggest thing, and I'm sorry this video is running long. I'm going to cut it off now. But also the Last of Us news was also pretty big, so I felt like throwing it in. So anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the news about The Last of Us. Maisie Williams playing the lead of Ellie, if that is confirmed. What do you think about that? And what do you think of the Goosebumps movie? Read the article, the description of the trailer. I'm leaving a link to it down below, and give me your thoughts on it. I really love to hear it. Are you excited for the Goosebumps movie? I definitely am. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.